I've known about this car for probably about 20 years. It was parked for a long time in the backyard of my local Mercedes-Benz dealership. It wasn't for sale. I knew several of my friends had inquired to try and buy it, but it wasn't for sale. And I saw it many days deteriorating outside in all weathers. Then the car disappeared, and a year or so afterwards I found a car for sale on a well-known internet auction site, and it looked like this car, dismantled. So I inquired about it, went to see it. It was actually in the same dealership's workshop located in Perth, and I knew right away what car it was. It wasn't being advertised very well because it was dismantled. It was in a paint shop, it was covered with dust, and so anyway, the sale came up. I put a bid on it and I was lucky enough to win it. I don't know if lucky is the right word, because I had a lot of work in front of me once I'd acquired it. So I took it home. I was restoring another car at the time, so this was parked up for some 4 years at least before I get around to working on it. And then it'd be another 5 years in the restoration of it, because it was in a shocking state. You can imagine having sat outside for 9 years and all the weather. So anyway, 5 years later, here we are, finished. Lots of times I would walk away when things weren't going well, have a break from it and then go back again, but we got there. The car is virtually completely original. There are very few parts been replaced on it. Some of the bumpers have been replaced, part of the rear bumper, and that's about it. It was a real trial finding these parts though, especially in this country, but I'd made several journeys to Germany to try and find bumpers, couldn't find them, and eventually that well-known auction site again came up trumps, quite close to my home, strangely enough. My name's Robin, and this is my Mercedes 200 W111, usually referred to as a Fintail. This car is 1964, but the model was introduced in 1959 with obvious American influences that replaced the Ponton, its predecessor. This is the first car designed with a passenger safety cell. It has crumple zones, just like a modern car. A very advanced car for its day. It has power steering and the automatic gearbox. It was an expensive car in its day. This particular model cost £5 off of £2,000, plus another £180 for the gearbox. To put that in perspective, you could buy a detached 3-bedroomed house for £3,000, or for £2,000 you could have 2 Lotus Cortinas or 4 Hillman Imps. This particular car is showing a mileage of 28,500 miles, which I believe to be correct, although I can't prove it. I do know from the seller that it had one owner who only used it as a Sunday car, and most of the time he took it out of his garage, polished it and put it away again. And having worked on the car, I believe that must be the mileage, because loads of parts on it look very, very good condition. When I picked the car up, it was in a terrible state and needed a great amount of welding, which took a long time. So I did the welding, which I've experienced in. I've restored many cars over the years, mostly Mercedes. Most of the work I've done has been underneath the car. I did the painting as well. I do all my own work. None of it is farmed out. All of it is original. The interior is still totally original. There's been nothing done to it other than cleaned. The engine and gearbox, there's had little work on it. They were both removed while the work was going on in the car, but merely clean, painted, hoses replaced, that's about it. And it runs beautifully. I do own several classics, I have restored several classics, but I've been really amazed at the reactions and the attention that this car gets. It's been in several magazine articles doing this video. It's amazing. People seem to love it. I hope to enjoy this car for many years to come. I'm sure it's worth the effort I put into it. Now I'm going to enjoy driving it.